Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how campaigns work, which are super powerful. They are ways of automating your outreach so that you can string together multiple steps, much like an autoresponder over email. Except, of course, the steps in our campaigns can be built on multiple channels of communication. You can combine SMS text messages along with phone calls, along with emails, and you can create these complex campaigns so that your follow-up process is all automated. So they're terrifically powerful. And the way you build one, you start over here in this left-hand navigation column, and you're going to choose this megaphone icon for campaigns. And you can see this account currently has no campaigns, so I'm going to create a new one with this button up top. Give your campaign a name, and in this example I'm envisioning running a Facebook ad that people fill out the lead form, and as soon as they do, they'd be added to this campaign. So I'm going to call this my Facebook Leads Follow-Up. That's the name of this campaign. And now, the step one, you need to give your first step a name. So I'm going to call this Day 1 Email. You choose the timing, how long before this step executes. And let's say I wait, I don't know, 10 minutes after they join. They fill out my lead form. They'll get an email from me. And over here in the right column, you prepare your content either by adding a new one, writing yourself a subject line and message body that you want to send to all these folks. Or if you use our templates for email, you can just choose from one of your pre-existing templates. And I've got one here, Facebook ad response, where I say you filled out my Facebook ad, first name, F name. And you can use these keywords both in the subject and in the body of your text. They're great for deliverability, getting past spam filters, but they're also great on a human level because you grab people's attention when you use their own name. And then I'll save that. And now you'll see that my campaign has got one step. But let's not stop there. I send them an email. Let's also, on day one, send them an SMS. And I'll do this, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes after that. SMS. And just like with email, you can either choose a brand new one and author a new message to put here, or if you utilize our template feature, you can choose from your existing templates. And I've got one for Facebook ad response, which you'll notice is identical to the email I just sent. So basically we're hitting them with the same message twice over two different channels, over email and SMS. And in the case of SMS, you also need to choose the line, the phone line that you want to send your SMS message from. The training demo is just fine for me, but if you had multiple phone lines, you'd want to choose the appropriate one. And I'll hit save. Now you can see that my campaign has got two steps. The first one occurs 10 minutes after they first join. The next one is 5 minutes after that, so 5 minutes relative to step one. And if you look at the total elapsed time, you can see that that adds up to a total of 15 minutes. But let's not stop there. Let's add another step and make a phone call as well. Day 1 call. And I will wait, I don't know, this time let's wait 1 hour. And we'll choose phone call. You can use any of our phone options, either sending an audio file, sending an IVR menu, a recorded ringless voicemail so that voicemail goes straight into their inbox without even ringing their phone. Or you can do a live sales bridge call to connect someone on your sales team with the lead. So let's just grab as an example an IVR, which again you'd choose the phone line that you want this outgoing call to originate from, my demo line, and you're choosing your IVR template. So there's my previously created IVR. And when I save that, you'll see now step 3 is in here. Okay, so now that we've got a campaign with a number of steps, and you could continue adding steps to your heart's content, you could schedule them out multiple days if you wanted to follow up on days 2, 3, and 4, but you get the idea. Once you've got your campaign content built, the next thing you want to do is go into settings. And this is where you can limit, for instance, the time of day and the days of the week that your campaign will go out. So maybe you don't want to be sending people text messages and phone calls at 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, that's just fine. You're going to click on the settings, make certain that it's enabled, green, and then you're going to set in the time here that you want this to begin. So if I only want this to begin at 8 a.m., I would use that. And then you can also limit when it shuts down. Let's say no later than 10 p.m. Was that 22? And you can also choose the days of the week. So if I didn't want this to run on weekends, I could deselect Saturdays and Sundays. Now I have a campaign that will only run on the weekdays and only run between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. If I save that, my campaign settings are all set. You'll notice in recipients, however, I have no one. I've not added anyone to this campaign yet. So the way you go about adding people to your campaigns is you choose the list that you want to send people in from. So here's a Facebook lead list. I'll click on that list, and then you can either select individual leads using these checkboxes, or select all of them and then add them to a campaign. And it will let me choose from among my existing campaigns. I only have one at the moment, and you can see that it's going to run 5 days a week between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. If I hit save, it's now scheduled. And if you want to double check that, if you go and click in the campaigns again, you'll see here's our Facebook Leads campaign with its 3 steps. If I click on that campaign, under the Recipients tab, now you'll see all the different people who've been added to that campaign. And in about 10 minutes time, that's when step 1 is going to occur. They're going to get an email sent to them, and it's been initiated. And I could even filter these by the number of steps that I've got. So if I just want to see the people who have received step 2, obviously it'll be no one at this point. It hasn't gone out yet. But step 1 will show me everybody who is scheduled for step 1. It says initiated. Once it has completed, these yellow initiated steps will change to show that it was successful or unsuccessful. You can see what the previous step in the process was and when the next step is scheduled to occur. You can also add people to a campaign using your autoresponder. So I'll show you that in another video, but that is how campaigns work.